Hello everyone. Now let us see the next point, that is Laplace transform of derivatives. Okay, we have just seen the Laplace transform of integration, how to calculate Laplace transform of integration. We have just seen using formula only. Okay, now let us see Laplace transform of derivatives of function. Okay, with this formula, let us see the formula first. That f of t, L of f of t is equal to phi of s. This is the assumption of each property. If Laplace transform of one function is equal to phi of s, then Laplace transform of f dash means derivative. A Laplace transform of first derivative only, f dash t is equal to minus f of 0 plus s into L of Laplace of this original f of t. This is the only simple formula, and we have to just, in this formula we have to calculate two things. First, f of 0, already function is given in the example. We have to find out f of 0 by putting t is equal to 0 in the function. That is very easy. And Laplace transform of this function can be calculated by any earlier method we have just seen up to till this integration. Okay, this is very simple formula. Now first let us consider this example. Find Laplace transform of f dash t. Sometimes it is called it can be find Laplace transform of derivative of f of t, or find Laplace transform of d by dt. It's d by dt of f of t. They can ask for such type of wording also. Okay, d by dt means derivative, dash means also derivative. Okay, the function is given in the interval format. That is f of t is given in the interval t plus 1 between 0 to 2. Function value is t plus 1, and t greater than 2 means the values which are greater than 2, maybe 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. That means upper limit is infinity, lower limit is 0. Okay, value of this second interval value of function is 3. If you draw this on xy plane, what is how it is, the function is 0 to 2. Suppose this is 0, this is of course infinity. Our Laplace interval is 0 to infinity only. We are not considering these negative values. Okay, suppose this is here 2, then 0 to 2, between 0 to 2 function value is t plus 1, and 2 greater than 2 means 2 to infinity, function value is 3. In such type of example where function is given in interval form, we have already seen the unit step function examples. Okay, and this is the other way, the easiest way, where functions lower limit is 0 and upper limit if it is infinity. We are going to if we have calculated, if you want to calculate Laplace transform of such function f of t, then we use the original Laplace transform definition here. Okay, where remember that whenever function is given in the interval format whose upper limit is infinity, whatever the function it is, then we can use the definition, original definition, first definition of Laplace transform. Okay, let us see how to calculate. What is the example, what is the question here? We have to find out Laplace transform of f dash. Dash means derivative of this function, and that for that it is a straightforward question. For that the formula is this only. That means we have to find out first f of 0, the two things here, and Laplace transform of this f of t. Okay, now let us see. First step of this answer is must be the formula. Here L of f dash t is equal to minus f of 0 plus s into L of f of t. Call that equation number 1. That is the original formula. Here we are going to use that. And first in this formula let us calculate f of 0. Okay, what is f of 0 means? Here f of t is there. What are the t values from 0 to infinity? Okay, what are the first interval is 0 to 2, means the values consisting from 0 to t. That means t, if you want to calculate f of 0, we have to put value of t is equal to 0. In which interval 0 falls or 0 occurs? In the first interval only 0 is there. Okay, that's why we have to put 0 in this interval or in this value value of the function. That means if f of 0 means put t is equal to 0 in this interval, what we get? 0 plus 1, that is 1. That means f of 0 value is 1. That we just calculate first value of this thing. Okay, now let us calculate the second calculation, that is Laplace transform of this particular function. Then we are going to put these two values in this original equation, we would get the answer. Okay, now here function is given in the interval format, that's why we are going to use the original definition of Laplace. Either let us L of ft, we have to mug up all these things. Okay, L of ft is equal to integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st ft dt is the original definition of Laplace. Now in this integration, 0 to infinity interval is there, and if you want to put the value of function here, function is given in the interval format, that's why this integration split into two interval. First is 0 to 2 and second one is 2 to infinity. In first interval 0 to 2, value of function is t plus 1 we have to put, and for 2 to infinity we have to put value of function is equal to 3. Okay, that's why it becomes integration 0 to 2 first e raised to minus st, and function value is t plus 1 dt, plus 2 to infinity, function value is e raised to minus st into 3 dt. Okay, now this is very easy. Second one integration very easy, this is 3 only, just take outside, and value of integration we have to calculate only for e raised to exponential, that is e raised to minus st with respect to t. And here u into v rule we have to apply. What is u into v rule? We know already that. Okay, now let us see how to calculate that. Okay, now this is u. First integration, u into integration of v. V integration is e raised to minus st upon derivative of minus st is minus s. Second term, u into v rule by parts, minus this brackets derivative here. What is this derivative? One derivative is 0, t derivative is 1. Okay, into second bracket this function's integration here with respect to obviously everything is t. E raised to minus minus s is constant here, keep it as it is, and e raised to minus st integration is e raised to minus st upon minus s, and this minus s gets multiplied with s square. Okay, bracket complete. Next term is plus in u into v rule, one derivative is 0, that's why that process ends here, u into v rule, that's why integration ends here. Limits are first integrations limits are 0 to 2. Okay, now second integration plus 3 outside, obviously e raised to minus only e raised to minus st is there, that's why integration is e raised to minus st upon minus es is there. Limits 2 to infinity. Okay, now put the values here. First, before putting the values of upper and lower limit, just take out all the brackets or simplify all the minus signs and draw all the brackets here. Here minus take in the middle, t plus 1 into e raised to minus st upon s. This is again minus e raised to minus st upon s square. Okay, take this minus also outside on the next step, or you can take it on this step also. This is minus, take middle, in the middle term, middle sign. 3 upon s is a constant, e raised to minus st as it is, and 0 to infinity we have to put. What is the constant here? Apart from t is everything is constant. Okay, now take minus this outside, everything becomes plus here, 0 to 2, minus as it is, e raised to this as it is. Now put the limits, every brackets gets solved here. Okay, now put 2 in t everywhere, we get 2 plus 1 3 e raised to minus 2 s upon s plus e raised to minus 2 s upon s square. This is called upper limit. This is turns to be upper limit. Minus now lower limit, you have to put brackets. Remember that everywhere in the integration, whenever you have to put lower limit, keep bracket, whatever it is the term. Okay, just put the bracket because minus sign is there, that's why bracket minus minus and that bracket. Put t is equal to 0, lower limit. Now we get 1, this is 0 plus 1 is 1, e raised to 0 is 1 upon s as it is, plus again e raised to 0 is 1 upon s square. Lower limit complete, full integration complete. Okay, now minus 3 upon s as it is. Now upper limit, e raised to minus infinity becomes 0. Next step it is 0, because we know e raised to minus infinity is 0. Remember that. Okay, and lower limit e raised to minus 2. Yes. Okay, this is the answer. Now just simplified it. Take minus side inside. We take minus in the brackets, and just remove all the brackets. We get minus, this term minus, this term gets plus, this term minus minus plus, so this term plus, this minus minus, this is 0 obviously, no need to write 0, minus minus plus 3 upon s e raised to minus 2s. Okay, now this term is same and opposite in sign, it gets cancelled, and with this term, in this term denominator is s square, take common these two terms, and 1 minus e raised to minus 2s and plus 1 upon s as it is. Okay, this is the value of Laplace transform of f of t we have just calculated. Now our original equation is, our original formula is this. That's why put these two values f of 0 and L of f t in this equation. What we get? Answer for our question is, therefore from equation number 1 it becomes L of f dash t, that is Laplace transform of derivative of f t, is equal to minus 1, that is value of f of 0, plus s into this L of f t as it is. Okay, now simplify. Minus 1, yes gets cancelled, take s inside and remove the brackets, this becomes plus 1, and this becomes 1 s gets cancelled, 1 upon s of this term as it is. Plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, answer is 1 upon s into this bracket 1 minus e raised to minus 2s. Okay, it's very easy example. Okay, this is called Laplace transform of derivative of some function. Here in first example, the function is given in the form of interval, and that's why we have to use definition of Laplace transform. This is your homework. Same way you have to calculate this Laplace transform of derivative. Question is same. Okay, find L of f dash t. Okay, answer is given, hint is given, or answer is given, you have to just tally. Now next example, let us see one more example like this. Find Laplace transform of d by dt of this function 1 minus cos 2t upon t. What is this question? Originally we have to find out Laplace transform of d by dt means derivative. Okay, derivative of this function, we have to call it as f of t, means we have to find out Laplace transform of L of f dash t. Okay, that's why our first step, we have to just call it as f of t first. Let f of t is this function. Okay, now we have to find L of f dash t, dash means derivative. This is our question. Okay, now write down the formula first. L of f dash t is minus f of 0 plus s into L of f of t. Now first we have to calculate f of 0. Okay, here f of 0 means we have to put value of t is equal to 0 in this function. See, if you put value of t here 0, what it becomes? Cos 0 is 1, we know, and 1 minus 1 is 0 upon 0. It is 0 by 0 form. It comes to be 0 by 0 form, which is not allowed. 0 by 0 or 0 divided by 0 is not defined at all. That's why we have to use here to find out value of a function at a particular point. If it is indeterminate form, we have just studied indeterminate form in somewhere m2 or m1. Okay, let us revise that. What is indeterminate form? 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, 0 raised to 0, infinity raised to infinity. Okay, infinity into infinity, right? This such kind of things, if they come in example, then we have to use some other way to find out the value of the function at a particular point. That way is called, that method is called L'Hospital rule. Okay, what is that L'Hospital rule? See, by L'Hospital rule, because why we are using this L'Hospital rule here? because we get indeterminate for, that's why. Otherwise you can calculate easily. Here in first example we haven't used any formula or any kind of rule to find out value of the function, because it is straightforward. We get value 1 directly. If we put t is equal to 0 here, we don't get any indeterminate form. Directly we take 0 is also okay. If value becomes 0 at a particular point, that is also okay, that is acceptable. But 0 by 0 is not acceptable, it is indeterminate form. That's why we have to use L'Hospital rule here. What is that rule? The rule is just f of 0 is equal to limit as t tends to 0 of f of t, right? What is f of t? T tends to 0, this is just a limit, okay? Now it is 0 by 0 form. That's why the rule says take a derivative of the numerator and keep in the numerator. Take derivative of denominator and keep that in the denominator. It is not u by v rule, okay? Remember that it is not u by v rule of derivative. It is taking the derivative individual of numerator and separately denominator, okay? And keep those derivatives at the respective places only. That's why what is the numerator derivative with respect to t? One derivative is 0 minus, as it is, cos derivative is minus sine 2t into angle derivative multiplied 2. This is numerator derivative. Keep that in the numerator only, okay? Divided by denominator derivative, t derivative is 1 only with respect to t. Now simplify this, minus minus gets cancelled, 2 as it is. Now put value t is equal to 0 here. What we get? Sine 0, 0 upon any non-zero number is 0, we know, and 0 is acceptable. That's why value of f of 0 in this particular example is 0. Understand? Okay. Now in this formula f of 0 we just calculate. Now we have to find out Laplace transform of this function. And how to calculate Laplace transform? We have to remember all the formulas, all the properties we have just learned, okay? What is this? This is a function divided by t formula we have to apply there, right? And in earlier examples where division by t is there, we have just calculated. This is homework for you. While writing sections, you have to solve this separately. The answer for this is 1 by 2 log of s square plus 4 upon s. We have already solved this in earlier examples. Just go through that. The value of this function, Laplace of this function is this answer, okay? You have to solve this, okay? Don't write it as it is in sections, in assignments. Therefore our answer is from equation number 1. Put all these two values here. What we get? L of f dash t is equal to minus f of 0 is 0 plus s into this Laplace as it is. Minus 0 is 0, yes. Answer is s by 2 log of this s square plus 1 4 upon s, okay? Now this is homework for you. Find Laplace transform of same dy dt of sin t upon t. That is, we have to call it as f of t first here, and then find out Laplace transform of derivative by using this formula, okay? And for this Laplace we have to use division by t property, okay? Let us see now next some numerical example depend on this. See, 92th example. Given, this is given thing, Laplace of 2 root t upon pi is equal to 1 upon s raised to 3 by 2. This is given thing. So we have to show that Laplace transform of this function is equal to 1 upon root s. But to find out this is the original question. If you see these two functions, 2 upon root pi is a constant terms. They don't doesn't matter for them in any derivative, integration, Laplace, anything constant, just we take it outside. That's why it doesn't matter for any function. That's why here Laplace of root t function is there, and here we have to find Laplace of root pi is also constant. It doesn't matter. 1 upon root t. If we observe these two functions, root t and 1 upon root t, what is the relation between root t and 1 upon root t? If you find out irrespective of constants, if root t is the function, suppose root x, now derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x, right? if we take derivative of root x comes in the denominator, 1 upon 2 root x, 2 doesn't matter. That means we have to use here derivative formula. That means Laplace transform of derivative theory here. Understand? Let us see how to find out. Let us denote this function. Let f of t is root t. Okay, what is that? Okay, now where to use? Okay, let f of t is root t, original function. This is our assumption. Now we have to find out Laplace transform of this t. Root t is t raised to half. Now Laplace transform of f of t is Laplace transform of t raised to half. T raised to half means we have to use second formula for t raised to n, gamma formula. Gamma half plus 1 upon raised to half plus 1. Gamma half plus 1 is 3 by 2 upon raised to 3 by 2. What is 3 by 2? We know half gamma half. This we have just already done. Okay, raised upon raised to 3 by 2. This is gamma formula here. Now half, we know gamma half value is root pi. Half is a constant, take it outside or keep that as it is, and it's raised to 3 by 2. This is the Laplace transform of f of t we have just calculated. Okay, now take derivative of f of t. What is f dash means? Derivative of f of t. Root t derivative is 1 upon 2 root t. Okay, that means 1 upon 2 t raised to minus half. Now take its Laplace. L of f dash t is 1 upon half, 1 by 2 as it is. Laplace transform of t raised to minus half. Again we have to use gamma function formula for t raised to n. It is half into gamma minus half plus 1 upon raised to same number minus half plus 1. The half as it is into minus half plus 1 is half, gamma half, s raised to half. Again what is gamma half? Root pi upon s raised to half means root s. Okay, this is we just calculate, denote f of t, Laplace transform of f of t. Then we have to we find f dash t, then its Laplace. Okay, now we use the formula for Laplace transform of f dash of t. What is that? We know L of f dash t is minus f of 0 plus s into L of f of t. Okay, now put all these values in this equation. Let us see how we get this answer. Now L of f dash t means L of this f dash t. This is half. Already we calculated. I have put the value of first f dash t here. We take half t raised to minus half f dash t is equal to minus f of 0. What is minus f of 0? F of 0 means value of the function at t is equal to 0. Put t is equal to 0 here. This is f of t. Root of 0 is 0, we know. That's why value of f of 0 is 0. Plus s into this Laplace transform of f of t is half root pi upon s raised to 3 by 2. Okay. Now s is equal to, take constant outside, half Laplace transform of 1 upon root t is equal to s by 2. This as it is, root pi upon s raised to 3 by 2. This is not necessary actually. If you see, this is not at all necessary. You don't need to calculate this. Okay, we are not using this anywhere. Just find out derivative of f dash t. Okay, now this is s by 2, root pi upon s raised to 3 by 2. Now this 2 gets cancelled both side. Laplace transform 1 upon root t is equal to s root pi s raised to 3 by 2. Now take this s in the denominator and root pi here, we get Laplace transform of this becomes 1 upon root pi into root t, take combine together, root pi t is equal to s upon s raised to 3 by 2. Take s in the denominator because we want such an answer. S raised to 3 by 2 minus 1, 3 by 2 minus 1 is half. Half is a root s. Okay, this is the required answer for our question. Without this can be directly we can calculate, but they were asked given thing. Okay, if given thing is there, we have to use that given thing. That's why we have to just calculate all these things using this formula. This is the main formula we have just used. Okay, this is the application of Laplace transform of derivative. Now let us see. Next, okay, let us see next example. 93rd example. Given, this is given thing, Laplace of sine root t is equal to root pi upon 2 raised to s 2 into s raised to 3 by 2 e raised to minus 1 upon 4s. This is given thing. What is given thing? Laplace transform of sine root t is given. What we have to prove? Prove that Laplace transform of cos root t upon t root t is equal to this term. We have to find out this using this. That means, now if you observe these two, what is sine derivative? Is cos. Okay, find out the derivative of sine t. What we get? Sine derivative cos root t, and root t derivative we have to multiply by using chain rule. What is that? 1 upon 2 root t. That comes in the denominator. 2 is a constant, we can manage that. Okay, that means we have to use here Laplace transform of derivative formula. Understand? Okay, in this way only you have to understand, think every example. Okay, now let start. Let f of t is the sine root t original function. Now take derivative here only. F dash t is sine derivative is cos root t into root t derivative is 1 upon 2 root t. Okay, simplify 1 by take outside. This is into it's not in the angle. Half cos root t upon t. Okay, this is our question, or they can ask for directly find Laplace transform of cos root t upon root t. You have to start from sine root t. Okay, this as it is. Now Laplace transform of f dash t is equal to minus f of 0 plus s of L of f t. This is the formula. Now put all these values here. What we get? Laplace transform f dash t is this function. Put as it is. Minus f of 0 means sine 0 is 0 here. Okay, plus s into L of f t means L of sine root t, which is given thing. We don't need to calculate it. Okay, now take half outside. Laplace of cos root t upon t, which is we have to solve, which is our original equation, is equal to sine 0 is 0. No need to write 0. S into Laplace of sine root t is given thing. This is keep this as it is here. Okay, now I have to just simplify. Okay, now a half and this half gets cancelled. Take s in the denominator, and we get Laplace of cos root t upon t. Root t is equal to root pi as it is. S raised to 3 by 2 minus 1. S raised to half. That means root s into this s e raised to minus 1 upon 4s as it is. And this is combine this, write this in form of indice. That means we have to we want this answer. That's why pi upon s raised to half e raised to minus 1 upon 4s as it is. Okay, nowhere we are calculating Laplace. We just using this formula and given thing. Understand? Okay, now consider now next property, that is change of scale property. There are some example in which we are using this. If, let us see the property first. Okay, if L of ft is s upon s plus 1, sorry, let us see the property. If L of ft is equal to phi of s, this is our original assumption for every property, then Laplace transform of f of at. Okay, Here f of t is there and we are going to find f of at. This means the change of scale property. What is the answer for that? 1 upon a phi of s upon a. Okay, this is the formula to find out L of f of at if we know L of f of t. A is number which is attached to t. Okay, this is 1 upon a, that number, into phi of this here. Here phi of s already we know. And what is phi of s upon a? Just replace s by a everywhere here. This is the property. Now let us see the example first. This is a simple example. Okay, if L of ft is s upon s plus 1, this is given thing, then find L of f of 2t. Okay, this is a change of scale property. What is a here? 2. Write down the property first. Everywhere you have to write properties. Let L of ft is equal to s upon s plus 1. Call it as phi of s by using this property. Here a value is 2. That is f of at means f of 2t. Okay, now we know this is the property. Write down as it is. L of f of t is 1 upon a phi of s upon a. Now put the value. Therefore L of f of 2t is equal to 1 by 2. A is 2, phi of s upon 2. N by 2 as it is constant. Phi of s by 2 is replace everywhere s by 2 here in the phi of s. Here s by 2, here s by 2. Rest of the terms as it is. This is the answer. Now simplify. 1 by 2 as it is. This is 2 get into denominator. We get 1 by 4. Here s. Cross multiply s plus 2 upon 2. This 2 gets in the numerator. 2 to the 4. Answer is s upon 2 into s plus 2. Okay, this is the change of scale property. Now let us see some examples depend on that. Ninety-fifth example. L of ft is 1 by s e raised to minus 1 upon 4s. Find Laplace transform of this. Is product of two function e raised to minus t f of 3t. Okay, that means first e raised to is there, that's why we have to use first here exponential property. This is our first calculation. For that exponential property we have to find out first Laplace transform of this function. What is this function? F of 3t. That means we have to find out a change of scale property by using this formula. What is a here? 3. Okay, this is the solution. Now let us see, let us calculate that. Let f this is the property. L of f of t is 1 by a phi of s by a. Therefore here L of ft is given 1 by s e raised to minus 4 by s. Call it as phi of s. And what is value of a here? 3. That's why L of f of 3t first is 1 by 3 phi of s by 3. Okay, just putting values in the formula. What we get? 1 by 3 as it is constant. Phi of s by 3 means replace everywhere s by 3 here in this phi of s. What we get? 1 upon s by 3 here, and here also 1 upon minus 1 upon 4 as it is, and s by 3 here. Okay, be careful while you are calculating these complicated terms. Now simplify. This 3 comes to numerator, okay, and this 3 also come to this numerator. 3 gets cancelled. Answer for this is 1 upon s e raised to minus 3 upon 4s. Okay, this is what we have just calculated Laplace transform this function. Our original question is we have to find out Laplace transform of this. That's why calculate call it as phi 1 of s, because we are going to use now exponential property. What is exponential property? Write down. L of e raised to minus at f of t is equal to phi of s plus opposite of this plus a, where L of ft is phi of s. This is we know. Okay, now what is a here? By this exponential property a is 1, right? And what is phi of s? That is phi 1 of s. Phi of s in this property, this is Laplace of f of t. Our original question consists of f of 3t. That's why f of 3t Laplace we have called it as phi 1 of s. Okay, now put this value in this formula. What we get? L of e raised to minus t f of 3t becomes phi 1 of s plus a, means s plus this 1. This is our final answer. Now what is phi 1 of s plus 1? Just replace s by s plus 1 everywhere in phi 1 of s. Here s plus 1 and here s plus 1. Rest of everything is same. Okay, that's why e raised to there is no calculation here. E raised to minus 3 upon 4 s plus 1 upon this s plus 1 is the our answer. Okay, now next consider 96th example. Okay, let us see next section.